And we're
Okay.
on.
We're doing it, buddy. Let me see if I can full
Fear and
screen here.
Loathing Las Vegas.
Yeah, buddy. There it is.
Nice. What floor are you on?
12.
Sweet. Where are you staying?
We're at the Luxor.
Oh, shit. So you know what? That play thing is in there, I think, that I sent you.
Oh, is it?
Because is the Titanic exhibit still in there?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that play thing is actually in the Luxor. And like, sorry for because it's actually a really cool spot. And I thought I remembered seeing kids in there. And then as soon as you said no, it's 21 and above, and I'm like, oh, because like there's actually like little bars as you go through that place and like do the American Gladiator type friggin' games and shit. It was a blast.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, like I haven't been to Vegas. Shit, man. Since before Kaylee was born, so it's well over 15 years. And I mean, it's in a roundabout way all coming back to me a little bit. Like I remember leaving Vegas on my last visit going like, man, I just don't see the value. Like every time you
Well,
turn around, it's $200.
dude, so there's a lot going around about Vegas, and we do need to get Bobby Kahn back on to like share the rest of his story, but
Mm.
his Instagram, and because he is running for Congress, and he just keeps going on and on about how the way that the casinos and just the way the tourism has turned in Vegas, where it's just like gouging. He's like, the days of Vegas used to be great food, ample buffets, parking was free as long as you were gambling, like all of these things that would make you want to go. And now it's sort of like, well, I don't want to have to pay for parking, and the food wasn't that great, or services shit, or whatever it might be. And man, I gotta say, he's been calling out all these people. He's been banned from MGM. All
Really?
MGM facilities have banned him on their properties because he was calling them out. He's
Good
literally
on them.
saying that, they were, I forget who it was, something made a comment about like, um, calling women hookers or prostitutes or something and this and that. So I don't know. Anyways, um, how nervous are you of wherever your trailer's parked with the Green Dragon right now?
Well, okay, buddy. Like this is a good way to unfold this story. So as we're pulling into Vegas, Abby didn't know anything about this, right? And it's her 14th birthday today. So we're trying to do something special for her on the road
But hold
because,
that thought. In
okay.
case anybody is wondering, Gary is like mid road trip to like uprooting his life. So like literally two vehicles, two trailers with all the personal belongings. Like
Yeah.
this couldn't be, I don't know, any less than life changing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it is like at the top of the list of talking about uprooting your life, and you're like halfway through this journey.
Yeah, no, it definitely well said, buddy. Maybe we'll, well, as we always do, right? Jump around a little bit. I'll start with Vegas and then I'll kind of bring you back to the unpacking because there or the packing because there's some pretty decent stories in there too. So yeah, we're pulling into Vegas as a bit of a surprise. And Abby, I'm like, okay, dude, there it is. And I could only keep it so much of a surprise leaving Salt Lake for so long because all of a sudden the big green roads start popping up, right? Like, all right, cat's out of the bag. So as we're about 25-ish miles out, you start seeing Vegas from the 15 that we're coming in on. So as she's sort of like appreciating the view of Vegas for the first time, it starts hitting me. I'm like, holy shit, I wonder how we're going to like pull these trucks and trailers up to the Luxor, right? But anyway, just kind of going with the flow and following the map the way it tells me to come in. We come in the back side of Vegas, which I guess would be the west side, and it buzzes me down Tropicana Ave. And I mean, it's Vegas, right? Horns are honking, people are rowdy. The wife, who doesn't tow a trailer ever, she's pulling the 12-foot with about a probably 5, 6 foot tongue. So, we're crowding 18-foot trailer behind her. And I got the box loaded. She can't even see out the back window. Like it's a rodeo, right? Anyway, we pull in and I'm like, well, I guess we'll just pull right up to the front door. So I manhandle myself up there. She follows me in. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have, hopefully somebody comes over. So valet guy of all guys comes over. He's like, so are you valeting? I'm like, can I? Like, are you kidding me? And, oh yeah, he says, we'll take care of it. I'm like, okay, this is just like Vegas, we'll charge them for something and figure it out later. Well, I said, well, listen, what's the deal here? Because we're of the impression that we can park over the Excalibur for a fee, right? Everything in Vegas is a fee, but you guys have some RV parking over there. Oh, you don't want to be over there, right? Your shit will go missing over there. I'm like, okay, well, I think it's like $60 per truck and trailer per day at the Excalibur. I said, what are you guys? 80. I'm like, okay, right. But here's the first whipping we're about to take in Vegas. So $320 for 2 nights, parking trucks and trailers, but we are literally parked like where you'd park the Lambos out front. Like, yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Like full on Beverly Hillbillies Clampets, right? A U-Haul, an ATV, my truck and trailer, like all of my garage lockers and shit tarped up in the box of my truck. It looks like shit. I can't even believe they'd take it, right? But anyway, I'm like, well, listen, dude, I'll park them if it's okay with you. Okay, no problem. Okay, is there a place I can just back in here real quick? He goes, no, you got to go back out on Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, so in true Apple Maps format, it just wants you to do a U-turn at the first set of lights. I'm like, we're not U-turning. Like, we're 45 feet long here, guys. Like, it's not happening in Las Vegas Boulevard. So I go down some fucking back alley, dude, and I'm backing down into like where they would unload food into hotels and shit. Yeah, trying to get myself shoehorned around, then take a wrong turn, back up again, four-way flashers on, like total disaster. But we got my truck turned around, and then I'm like, great, now I get to go do it with the wife's. So at any rate, we got in there and ran out, had a bite to eat last night, which I thought was kind of a low-key place. We went to Wahlburgers. That's $150 for, what, 4 hamburgers. Sadie got mac and cheese. And every time we turned around since, it's $200, like everything you do.
Oh, yeah. No, it's crazy, man, how that adds up. Man, you should have hit up the Heart Attack Grill. The prices are actually pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, we still got to eat tonight. Maybe we'll run down to Old Vegas and see if we can get some value down there.
Yeah, Old
It's
Vegas is a good time, man. Um it's toned down a little bit.
right. Well, so another side of this, buddy, and I can't help but think that it is due to what Bobby Khan's saying about the gouging. Like Vegas is quiet.
Hmm.
Like, sure, tonight that we're doing this, it's Sunday, but we were here last night, like Saturday nights of the night, and I don't remember it being this quiet at all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if you guys do hit up Old Vegas. You'll have to let me know. Because like Bobby's opinion was that, with the way that like the strip operates, that all of the locals kind of stopped going because like even I mean, you move to Vegas, you know what you're signing yourself up for, and you do a date night, and why wouldn't you go get free valet parking if you're going to have dinner somewhere and maybe toss a
Yeah.
couple bills in a slot machine or whatever. But I guess like that whole mentality's changed. Like the locals aren't, um they avoid the strip, so they kind of
Yeah.
like go out to the outskirts a little bit more. I don't even know if Old Vegas would be enough for that. I feel like it might be like the outliers that are kind of way out there, and it's more about like finding those hidden gems. Because Bobby's taken us to a couple places, restaurants off the beaten path, normal pricing, amazing food, all that stuff, and it's just sort of like, well, what the hell, sort of kind of that you're going to come to Vegas to find hole in the walls, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you come to
kind of
Vegas
defeats
for
the
the
purpose.
bling.
Yep. Yeah, it sort of defeats the purpose, but it's definitely not left me with a good taste in my mouth. But even the 3-4 times that I had been here before, that you got to pay to play. Like
Yeah.
Vegas is just a little bit more, but I don't know. This is like, well, this is making me flinch. And how many times have I complained about how bad we get hosed in Canada, right? Which, great little segue, buddy. So as we're leaving town, like Chris said earlier, literally packing our lives, like the day that we load beds is the day we're no longer sleeping in our house. And that was last Thursday. So load the beds. We hadn't eaten all day because we'd thrown we didn't even have any food in the house. It was just like throw out the mustard, throw out the jam, that type of shit, right? We stop at Subway on our way out of town. And for 5 Subway sandwiches, 5 bags of chips, and 5 fountain pops, $94.
Okay, shouldn't it be $5 foot long?
Dude,
That's all I
it
can
used
think
to
of.
be. It used to be. Like, so anyway, some perspective with Vegas, right? It's like, I don't know if I'm flinching here and I flinch at home, like it's just a whole nother level of craziness.
Yeah.
But anyway, buddy, I'll give you the quick spiel on the load up. So we probably took us like 3 days, 3.5 days to like kind of get ourselves to a point where we're like, okay, we're close. We could probably leave tomorrow. I mean, still, I had 2 buddies that we left shit for in the garage. Like, probably 3/4 of the left side was just take it if you want it, if not, throw it out stuff. And the other side was barbecue, pedal bikes, pressure washer, compressor, like stuff, like, nice stuff. And we've been working our ways towards this for months, and we still had so much shit. Anyway, and we're obviously trying to cram it all into 2 relatively small trailers as well. But we finally got out of there. And now I think I texted you. I said, hey, we had a little mishap at the border, right? So the unfolding of this is, to the best of my knowledge, I filled out all of the paperwork with the ATF in order for me to bring my rifles down. And which it turns out had, however, there's a stipulation that nobody warned me about, and apparently other people have fallen into this trap as well. So I show up with 4 rifles. I don't know. I had to document all my ammo. It wasn't like we're going to war kind of thing, but it was whatever, surplus ammo. And one of the questions as we pull up to the border is, you got any guns? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. And I said, here's all my paperwork signed by this Ryan Horst or whatever, head of the ATF, like I'd done all the stuff I needed to do. And okay, pull up, get your wife to pull up too. You got to come in. Okay, so get in there. Where the hang up was, I could have brought the guns with me. However, every single time that I want to leave the country, say my mom falls ill, I got to get on an airplane, all those guns and all that ammo has to leave. And I have to have like a accounting, like documentation of, I shot this bullet at this place, and that's why it's no longer in the amount of bullets that you approved for me to bring down. Just total headache ridden stuff, right? And anyway, I can see the wife like burning holes in the back of my head as she's sitting in like secondary, right? We're about to get gloved. And I'm like, guys, my biggest fear at this point is that I'm going to have some sort of a denial of entry on my file. And I said, I'm not here to go down that road, right? And they're like, no. They said, this truly is a misunderstanding, and we we see things from your side, and it sounds like you're seeing things from our side. I'm like, okay, where does that leave us? He's like, well, you can take the guns in, but he goes, just know next time you leave, they got to come with you. I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I got too many balls in the air right now. I'm like, can I take them back to Canada? They're like, yeah, like that's probably the best bet for you. I'm like, okay, well, can I leave my trailer here? Like if I'm doing a quick run? And they're like, well, technically you shouldn't, but you know, you're obviously going through a lot. Your family's here with you, whatever. They're like, if you can be back by midnight, we'll let you leave your trailer here. I'm like, okay, sweet. So out I go, unhook the trailer. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, man, I wonder if I should lock it. So the border guard's standing there with me, watching me do all this. I'm like, hey, buddy, should I throw a lock on this? He's like, it's pretty secure around here. I'm like, yeah, probably would be.
So did you leave the wife and kids there too with the trailer?
So they carried on. They went on to
All
find
right.
a hotel room. Yep. And me and Abby just turned and burned. So called my buddy who's been clutch through all this. He's the guy that's picking up the barbecue and the pedal bikes for me. I'm like, dude, I got an issue, like an SOS. He's like, oh my God, they didn't let you in. I'm like, well, sorta, but like, I got to bring the guns back to you. He's like, no worries, I'm on my way. So I met him halfway between like his place and the border. Threw us behind maybe a couple hours. And then, yeah, we were across the line. And yeah, like that was kind of funny too. Show him back up. He's like, no guns this time, right? I'm like, no guns, I promise, right? Okay, off
So
you go.
did Canada give you like any questions like when you turned around and like, oh, I'm just on my way back, get rid of
Well,
my guns?
funny enough, which I've never ever heard. Well, I guess I've never done like a in and out that quick either. But typically, the two sides don't really converse. It's kind of like they're over there and we're over here kind of thing. But the one gal, she goes, hey, let me give a call over to the other border and I'll just let them know what you're dealing with here. I'm like, I'd really appreciate that because, yeah, who just turns around with a bunch of guns? You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
doesn't look good.
Well, especially with everything going on right now. So
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I get where they're coming from, right? And she was
yeah.
this gal was really good about it, kind of explaining where she was coming from too. It's like, why would we let a foreign national in our country just willy-nilly to like hang out with guns? Like that's a little silly, don't you think? I'm like, hey, I totally get it. You know, wouldn't make sense for me either. But yeah, they were really kind about it. We jumped through that hurdle. We got maybe like an hour and a half into Washington the night before, or sorry, like that night, and then crashed there for the night. Carried on the next day. We got down to like Boise, Idaho ish area the next night. Stayed in a crack shack, Super 8, which actually that was kind of funny. Do you remember, dude, in the 80s when you'd go to like somebody's whatever older aunt or grandma's house, whatever, and they'd have those like blue things you'd stick in the back of the toilet, so every time you flushed it the water would go blue?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, the Super 8 had those. That's kind of the level of Super 8 we were in. Well, we all fall into bed just gassed, and we got our dog with us, golden retriever. So I can hear him kind of muddying his way around the room or whatever, and I hear him going to the bathroom and clunk, clunk, clunk. He starts drinking. I'm like, dude, whoa, like, no, you can't drink that water. He comes out, blue water dripping off his chin. Like, oh God, I hope our dog doesn't die on this trip. Yeah. And then from
What was
there,
it?
we
Wasn't it like Meet the Fockers or something? The cat gets
fell
all
in.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the old man had trained him to piss on the toilet or something, and he ended up falling in. Yeah. And then yeah, we carried on to Salt Lake. Got an old, like good old buddy there that I haven't seen in years. He's actually down there on an E2 as well. And by the time we got there, we hadn't really like taken much of 5 minutes to ourselves since we started packing. So I'm like, the hotel room we had was pretty comfy and everything. I said, you know what? Let's just crash here for a couple days, regroup, get some sleep, and hang out a little bit. So, and then so spent a couple days there. Did like a movie, just nothing. Kind of hung out, and then carried on to Vegas. And it was, well, as the crow flies, or as the map tells you, it's about a 5 hour, I think, drive from Salt Lake City if you're honking on her doing the 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. But with women and fuel and trailers, right? Probably took us about 7.5.
Okay, what's the longest run you managed to do without stopping?
I'm trying to think, buddy, if we've officially got like a fill up without peeing in between. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
Jeez. And what's the fuel prices been like with everything that's going on? Because things have gone up.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. Washington was like 5.25 for diesel, 4 mid 4s for fuel, like gas. Idaho got cheaper. We were, I think we might have been just under 4 for diesel. And then the one that surprised me actually was we crossed in like the corner of Arizona coming out of Utah. Utah was reasonable too. It seems to me, and maybe this is going to sound really obvious to most, but fuel prices are like politically colored. You're in a blue state, you're getting hosed. You're in a red state, you're paying decent. You know, which, do you know what is Arizona? Because this is the one that surprised me. Because we went in Arizona, we filled up, and we went back up to like 5.25 for diesel.
I think Arizona's red. It could be,
Well,
or maybe it's one of those swing states. No?
maybe it is. I was trying to think of that on the way. Because yeah, we got hosed there real good.
Huh.
Yeah, dude, you would have loved it though. You know, our little journey there through Wyoming, right? And we're kind of flat planing it, and then all of a sudden we come down through that gorge that just
Yeah.
seemed like it never ended. We had one of those coming out of Utah down into Arizona, and it actually got quite windy. Yeah, I actually threw the camera on the dash. I'm like, man, this is incredible.
Nice. So no Hoover Dam on the way then.
No, saw a sign for it, but didn't do the Hoover. Maybe kicking myself a little bit. We didn't maybe go out and do the Grand Canyon, but
Yeah.
with the trucks where they are and stuff, it's just like, oh my god, do I even want to unhook that U-Haul? They make it so it's kind of a pain in the ass to do so. Like there's no, drop down wheel that you can kind of jack your trailer up and take it off your truck.
Yeah.
So I got the floor jack with me to, if we do need to take it off. But yeah, we even thought about that in Salt Lake. Like, should we pull the U-Haul off the Ford or whatever? And I just said, you know what? Fuck, just let them sit there. Like, let's just hang out and whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, buddy, we haven't had any, knock on wood, any crazy mishaps. I guess other than the ones I mentioned, but like no flats yet, no none of that.
Well, that's good, man. So
Yeah.
are you halfway?
I think we're just shy of halfway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got probably, well, I should look maybe. 20, okay. Pro saying we got about 25 hours of straight driving ahead of us.
And that's like speed limit, Google Map type shit. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
because that's the other thing. We're not doing 80 mile an hour, you know.
Yeah. So you got like
Um,
what, 4 days of driving left realistically, probably?
Probably 3 more hotels and 4 days of solid driving. I think, like when you look at the map, the big cities that show up almost don't make sense. Like I got a feeling we're going to be stopping in a town leading up to the big cities because you just others you're doing like a 12-hour, which is a legitimate like you're in just a passenger car doing 80 mile an hour 12-hour day. So that'd be way more for us. Um, yeah, there's no good way of doing it in like bite-sized chunks. So at least if you want to stop in those bigger centers. So yeah, we'll just figure something out on the way. We're road tripping just like me and you do, like fucking booking a hotel on the fly. Like, okay, we're tired, let's crash here kind of stuff.
Yeah. So did you, well, your trailer is probably jammed, but do you wish you could take the Green Dragon down the Vegas Strip for a little run?
You know, it that crossed my mind. Actually, my buddy's place in Salt Lake. I don't know enough about this thing. It's some sort of fancy light that he's got hanging in his shop. It's called like a chimera or something. But anyway, it's like this huge rectangular, almost if you could imagine a light over a pool table. But the whole idea behind it is it has some sort of fancy way of reflecting light off a vehicle.
Hmm.
And he's like, dude, unload the car. I'm like, oh God, I can't even think of that right now. Like, put it this way, buddy. Tom Schwenzer would shit if he saw what's going on in the back of that trailer right now. Like, there's, my wife's wedding dress, we didn't know what the hell to do with it. So it came, it blew off the hangers at some point. It's just thrown on the hood of the car. Like bags around it. I got it covered and everything, but for some odd reason, pal, we end up on a gravel road, as the map told us to as well, in Washington for about 15 miles.
Oh,
And my trailer likes to eat dirt. So
yeah.
like we got to the other end of it. I'm like, oh my God, there's like a quarter inch of dust on everything back there.
So who's leading the
I've been
convoy
leading.
here? You are?
Yeah. I think if I wasn't like this way, I feel like I'm kind of pulling her a bit because on the hills and stuff, she'll back off. I don't know if she doesn't like getting it down to the floorboards or what, but I'm like, hey, come on, we got to go here. Like we're kind of causing people grief by just doing 60, 65 and an 80. Like shit.
Yeah.
But did see some snow. We crossed through some passes in Idaho. And then we also saw some in Utah. Man, Utah, it's distinct. You get some pretty wild elevation going through Utah, like almost 8,000 feet.
Damn.
Yep. But you wouldn't know it, right? Because you're in the bottom of, like, the valleys are quite wide and the bottom of those valleys are quite flat as well. So you're like, oh, we're kind of maybe a little bit above sea level here. No, like 6,500. And then as you're doing some hills, you get up towards like 8,000. It's pretty wild,
Huh. Crazy.
which is, I guess, why they get the weather that they do,
Yeah.
right? It is Utah, like those mountains, man, they're breathtaking. They just, the best way to sum them up, if anyone listens never seen them, it's like the mountains that you would see in a photo, just like kind of like a Lamborghini, right? That all sharp angles, and it's just, I don't know, incredible to look at.
Well, it's good that you're taking the time and getting to experience all that. Like the kids will remember it forever.
Yeah, man, that's it. Like we were trying to do the math on like how many states they'll have seen. Just in this trip alone, I think they'll see like 11, 12. And then however many the other two have seen on the first kind of Tennessee journey. We sat at dinner looking at the map, and I think after this trip, I'll have seen everything except like the northeast corner of the United States. I'll have either driven through or set foot in.
So you need to hit like what, Maine, Connecticut, that shit.
All those
Rhode
little
Island.
guys in the top corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the big ones that you would kind of see on a map at a quick glance, all of seen them all. So
That's cool, man.
yep. Yeah, buddy, we're really doing it. And then yeah, we got whatever, a handful of days to get our poop in a group and figure out where we're gonna live. I mean, I know you know the story, but I don't think a lot of other people do. Like, there's not a lot set up, like really, other than like the official entrepreneurial stuff. But other than that, like we do not have a place to live yet.
So,
Um,
do you feel like you're gonna actually like this wall of reality is gonna set in? Or do you think like you're gonna be pretty good with the cruise control here of just, let the wind take us and guide us accordingly?
well, if I'm being honest, and I'm kind of seeing the look I'm getting from my better half in the background here, we've had a few moments, if I'm being honest. Today, we've had more than a few where it's like, holy shit, how are we going to do this? Right. So it's somewhat starting to set in, but it's definitely not anything we can't figure out. It's just more the like, for example, the apartment buildings we were going to rent um, are available, but the 3 bedroom that we would ideally get into isn't available till like April 15th. No,
Mm.
May 15th. It's a little bit out there. Like we've got a month of what the hell are we going to do kind of stuff. Um, because the other massive elephant in the room is we left a house that we still own with a for sale sign in front of it. It has not sold.
Right.
So there's a lot of yeah, like we don't know is still hanging out there in the wind, you know. We're hoping the spring market plays in our favor and we can get rid of that sucker because then yeah, we can obviously get into settling down in Tennessee a little more. But yeah, I think there's going to be at least 3 to 6 months of just shooting from the hip.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's man, it's good to just kind of take it all in, take a little breather. Like obviously you don't want it to go forever to the point where, you forget you need money to survive or whatever it might be, but um yeah, no, that's cool, man. I want to say every major transition that I've done in hindsight, I've like done something like in between like that just to sort of like break it up, sort of reset, like decompress off the routine that you were in to kind of prepare yourself. Is like they say it takes 90 days, yeah, like 3 months to like establish a new routine once you've moved and gone somewhere. But in between, the only time that really that didn't happen was, the whole COVID bullshit and leaving Dubai. That was a little bit more expedited, but then it turned into like an extra long procrastination being stuck in Canada waiting before we could actually come down here and get stuff started. And, kind of same bullshit, right? Like we own this house, all our shit was sitting in this shop. We had
Right.
no access to it, right? Like it was just, you know, a glorified shit show and you just sort of make the best of it.
Yeah, I know we've definitely been trying. I think probably how things have gotten a little hotter in the temperature department between me and the wife is when you combine the intensity of Vegas and the like, we're trying to make the most of Abby's birthday and we're obviously not like out just making it rain, but Abby wants to go and get this sweatsuit thing that she loves and found online at Aritzia, right? And it's like, okay, we got to go over to the shops at Caesar's Palace, right? And that's a whole ordeal. I mean, I've got, I don't know, probably like $250 racked up just in like Uber rides. It's just like all these like slow bleeds. Like it's just death by a thousand cuts. And then you're going like, I haven't even turned a wrench.
Hmm.
Like we have zero income coming in right
So
now.
Download Lyft. It's generally cheaper in Vegas than Uber.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I think you'll get a $5 or $10 credit on your first ride too. Like you might as well, like, you're there, so milk it,
yeah.
you know?
There's a autonomous thing here that you can
Oh,
ride in. Yeah.
don't support that. Man, there's videos here of them like going into oncoming traffic and like people bailing out of them. Like they're on the phone with customer support, like, hey, this thing's got us into oncoming traffic and like and stuck in construction zones, like police trying to like navigate them off. Like, dude, it's like some rogue shit.
Yeah. These are called
Waymo? That's what we
no
have.
uh Zooks. Sadie's saying like ZOOX.
Okay.
And they're actually kind of wild to see. They're just kind of a little box, so no like front or back. It's almost like they could go either way, and both front and rear axles steer, so these things can like whop around on a dime. Yeah, it's kind of wild to see them.
Huh. Yeah, no, these are like some car looking outfits that we have here in Austin. Those
Yeah,
sound cooler.
well, yeah, and they only go to a couple places. um yeah, Sadie says they're a couch inside of a box on wheels. uh, They but they'll only take 4 people, so we haven't
Mm.
taken advantage of them, right? But one of the Uber guys was telling us that he thinks that someone may be driving them from somewhere else, kinda
Oh, sort of
joysticking around.
like a little drone flyer on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Crazy.
kinda funny to see because we went down to the rideshare load up area, and that's where these things pull in and out of. And we kind of got stuck in like the Canadian Matrix where one of those things is pulling in, and the kids are like, "You go," and it pulls up, and one of the 5 of us would step forward, and it would stop. It's like, "No, no, you go," and I'm like, "Guys, there's no one in there. Like, who are you telling to go?"
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vegas, man. Um, Yeah, so buddy, going back to that though, like I don't know. I definitely don't have a hankering to come screaming back here. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least you can say you did it.
Yeah.
And, chances are you might end up there sooner than you think because there's a little thing called SEMA, which,
Right.
and I actually quite enjoy going there for SEMA because it's like you've got a purpose, number one. Like, you're going to enjoy the whole automotive aspect of it. And then it's like you pick what you want out of Vegas alongside with it. So Vegas is kind of the secondary destination, if you will. And I feel
Yeah.
like that kind of can make it a better overall. Like you'll tire yourself out because obviously SEMA, you're getting like a week's worth of steps in per day, but kind of a better thing because I couldn't imagine like if somebody said to me, "Hey, you want to go to Vegas for the weekend?" I'd be like, "The fuck for?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, is it free? Are you giving me money to gamble or something? It's almost like going to a strip club. Like, I'll go, but I ain't paying. You know?
Yeah. That's just it, right? And it's got the like the kids actually even brought this up. They're like, "Dad, this kind of reminds me, like when you're down on the beach in Mexico and everyone's trying to sell you like knockoff Oakleys and chiclets and all the shit." They're like, "It's just like that here." I'm like, "Well, that's the thing. Like everybody's trying to make a buck, right?"
Yeah.
I haven't seen his. Oh, you want to add something? Okay, hold on. You got to talk into the mic here.
Hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
Almost up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sadie coming in hot.
So this guy is trying to sell us like these bracelets, and he puts it on mom, he puts it on me, he puts it on Abby, and dad's holding, his like ice cup Starbucks water. And so the guy's like, "Oh, come on, put it on." And so then he fits the bracelet over the cup onto dad's wrist. Oh my gosh. And then dad goes, "No, no, seriously, sir, we're all good. And then he goes, "Oh, no $5 buck for you?"
No deal for you.
It was
Oh,
so funny.
the only thing of that story that isn't right is the fact you had Starbucks in your hand, not a beer.
Well, dude, the saddest part about that is it wasn't even a real Starbucks. We had bought like Starbucks waters.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And the kids are like, Dad, I know how to get, we were all thirsty. Like, Dad, I know where to get water. We'll go to Starbucks. It's free. I'm like, all right, might be the first thing we have in Vegas that's free. So go up and order just tap water in a cup. That's $1 a water. I'm like, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be in Vegas, right?
Yeah, your best bet's to hit up the CVS and
Yeah.
grab a case of water or whatever it might be, and you can grab. They got like bananas and shit, so you just have like some random stuff, so you're not because like man, I don't know what the Luxor is like, but we always stay at the Bellagio. You lift the fucking peanuts off that tray, you're paying for them.
Right.
So
Yeah, we did take the kids down to show them the water show out front there. There's another thing. So it's actually kind of wild, buddy, on this trip so far. We hit, have you ever heard of a fast food restaurant? I think it's kind of new called Raisin Cane's.
yeah,
This chicken thing. Okay. So the kids had never even tried this place, but they're like, we gotta go. We gotta go. We seen it on, YouTube shorts. Okay. We go to Raisin Cane's. I'm like, you guys realize like you're doing this just all based off of visual things that you've seen. Like you don't know if it's good or not, right? Anyway, it was unreal, in all honesty. And we're making jokes because apparently you can buy their like Raisin Cane sauce in like a full fountain pop cup. And I'm like, who the fuck would do that? Right? Anyway, we get the mini ones. I'm like, good grief, is that sauce good? Like, and now I know why everybody's getting a gallon of the shit.
right.
So that was one of them. And then another one they had seen is this thing called Omega Mart. And it's apparently here in Vegas. So
Oh, wait a second. That's in that's off that back road.
Area 15.
Yeah, so we went there. There is actually I forget what it's called. It's a restaurant literally on the other side of this mart or weird looking grocery store thing that you're talking about. Because
Yeah.
like I didn't know we can touch back there, but that restaurant has, and I forget how many pounds the burger is, but if you eat it and all the fries and everything, it's free. So we saw a guy try and attempt this. So, but the food was actually amazing. So if you want, and if you guys are gonna maybe hit that up because I know it's her birthday, and if that is a sight to see, I'll dig up because Britt will have that restaurant, and you guys can go there. It was really good.
Shit. Well, we were there today.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, we went because again, the kids had seen this Omega Mart or whatever. And man, it's a very odd kind of scene over there, right? Like you're going, do you gotta be high to be here? Like what's this all
very,
about?
very odd.
Yeah. And anyway, we paid to have them go in there because tickets just to walk into this goofy Omega Mart, which for anybody that doesn't know, I've just kind of been downloading this from the kids. So there's a store you can buy stuff as you walk in initially, but it's like nothing normal. It's like, Sades, give me what's a product you guys seen in the store of that Omega Mart? Something weird.
It was just like
What was the
plastic.
butter?
The butter? Oh, we didn't see that. That was just made up. But it was kind of like that.
The long and short of it is it's nothing that you would see on a normal grocery store. It's like almost stuff out of a horror movie kind of thing.
There's like plastic
And
fruits, and there will be holes in them.
From this grocery store area, which apparently you can buy stuff in there too, there's like some deep freeze that's got a secret door behind it, and then you get into this like fun house that not everybody can find. And anyway, the whole point of this is social media has blown this place up, and that's how the kids had seen it and had to go to it. And three of them to go in, which we had to lie and say Kaylee was 18 just so me and Mama could sit outside and have a beer, was $185.
Jesus.
Oh,
See,
dude.
we like I said, because right next to Area 51 is the Halloween Horror Nights by Universal.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we had hit that up because Lewis obviously works for Universal. So when we were at SEMA, that was one of our evening adventures, if you will. So after Universal, we just walked down Area 51 because we found this burger joint, and then yeah, we saw this crazy friggin' like it's almost like when I walked by, it made me think of like if I was looking at a grocery store watching The Simpsons or
Yeah.
something, like walking by, like it just seemed like fake, but like real. And it's like, what's the point of this? Like you just kind of walk by asking questions. But like kids, obviously everybody in Brittany's like looking it up and like, oh yeah, no, it's this, that. And the next thing I'm like, well, that appeals to me like -10. But
Yeah.
if other people like it, sure. In fact, that whole Area 51 is sort of, I mean, you got to be sort of into what is that, Roswell and your UFOs and like all
Yep.
this stuff is larger than the Earth that we're on type deal.
Yeah. I couldn't help but think, like, I kind of was trying to view it through a entrepreneurial mindset, and or let's say like a banker's mindset, right? Like if the guy that had that idea walked in and I was the banker and it's like, "Okay, you're this is going to be a moneymaker." It's like, "Buddy, get your shit and get out of here. This is stupid." But the cabs are lined up to get in there. Like it's
Yeah.
packed.
Oh, crazy. Well, I guess you'll have to go to the Heart Attack Grill for dinner.
Yeah. And that's old Vegas, right? So I think probably dragging the kids down there to see old Vegas
You
just to
might
say
as
they
well
did.
as strap them up to the old zip line and send them.
Yeah, it's true. I know because the kids are whatever. This being their first time, right? They don't really have any perspective on this. But me and Mama, who have been here a few times, it's like, okay, everywhere in Vegas seems like you're right around the corner from the next place, and it's all like 8 miles away from each other because everything's
Yeah.
so big.
It's true. Well, you're not too bad because you're sort of on like that west side of the strip. So I
Mhm.
think you can like jaunt out the back end and you'll go past Area 51 again and you'll, well, just follow the Golden Nugget.
Yeah, yeah, true. I know, and there's so many places that, well, even in the 15 years that I have not been here, 16, 17, whatever it's been, so many new spots.
Mhm.
Um, it amazes me that a lot of these old spots are still kicking around. Like, it's kind of wild to think that the Luxor, which 17 years ago, I should probably look all this up before I start yipping. It's like I don't remember these being old hotels, but now they are.
Yeah, I just remember, who was it? Frank Ocean or somebody had that song, I'm going to the pyramids. He was riding his motorcycle. And
Right.
all it was like the Luxor, like as he was riding through the desert. And funny enough, I was in, I think, Dubai when that song came out, and then right went to Vegas for SEMA, and I just remember like, oh, it's the pyramid, the Frank
Yep.
Ocean pyramid or whatever. And it's crazy. Now there's like that big new Hard Rock, like a big guitar hotel being built.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
did see.
where.
Yeah, like I did see one under construction today because the kids have had all kinds of questions. Like, how do you build something like this? It's like you just build it over multiple years, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I mean, well, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know if Circus is still around, but that was one that was kind of like the mainstay or whatever, a big one back in the day.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of wild to think like how old Caesar's Palace. Now it's aged
Yeah.
well.
Well, I think because the Flamingo, I think, is knocked down, and there was another one I think they got rid of because the
The
Flamingo
front,
is old as shit.
yeah, I remember the Frontier got knocked down shortly after I had been here in like my 20s.
Or maybe it isn't the
Um,
Flamingo, it's another one. It's one that was, like, famous.
mhm.
Shit. But, yeah, it's crazy to, like, how some of that comes and goes. And, like, you
It-
just wonder because even in Dubai, right, in the desert, some people will be like, "Oh, well, what's, like, the life expectancy of one of these buildings, in the desert from extreme heat conditions and this, that, and the other thing. And, Dubai with all the salt from the Gulf, they'll be like, oh, is it like rotting out the rebar on the inside? I know a uncompleted building can only be incomplete for so long due to all of those elements, to my understanding.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to know a little bit of like that civil engineering side of things.
Yeah. I know we did get a little insight today to some of Caesar's Palace. So as it turned out, the Uber driver we had, his daughter is head of the VIP services for Caesar's Palace.
Hmm.
So he goes, yeah, like, did you know there's 14 villas in Caesar's that are, for whoever, Celine Dion when she was in her residency and stuff like that. And I was like, well, you got any idea like what one of those goes for a night? He goes, actually, I do. It's around 35 to 40,000 a night. I'm like, come on. I said, okay, well, like, what are we taught? Like, have you ever been in one? He goes, yeah, actually, it was my birthday one year and my daughter pulled some strings and me and my wife got to stay in one. I'm like, well, how big are they? He's like, right around like 5,600 square feet each. I'm like,
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Like, how many does that sleep? Like, maybe the 30K a night's not that bad.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to spread people all over the floor and cots, I guess, to make it worth your while. But yeah, it's kind of neat getting some of that insider info about Vegas. Because yeah, all we kind of see is the whatever, right? 2 beds, maybe a decent shower sort of rooms.
Yep.
Here's the thing, too, buddy. So the Luxor, which we kind of stayed here for 2 reasons. One, it's reasonable. Two, I thought, well, if you're going to stay somewhere as a kid, like it'd be kind of neat to be themed a little bit, right? Um, and I don't know, even New York, sure, it's a theme, but it's kind of like, it just looks like a skyline, like this is a pyramid. When do you get to stay in a pyramid? So, that, and like I say, reasonable. So, for whatever reason, and we were trying to kind of sidestep the online booking side of things because family of 5 were one into awkward, right?
Yep.
So we always book 2 adults, 2 kids, thinking we're kind of side skirting the authorities or whatever. Anyway, as I get down to the whole like, here's your credit card pay now side of things, it says, here's the breakdown. So the room was like $180 or something for 2 nights. It's a decent deal.
Yeah.
But because we had 2 more people in the room, it was 190 more for 2 extra occupants.
So you should
I'm
have
like,
just got 2 rooms or what?
well, it started getting to that point, and then I was like, then they got resort fees and all these other fees in there, right? But so I would have to pay those twice. It wouldn't have been any further ahead to get 2 rooms. But I'm like, so anyway, I'm like, okay, they're gonna see us when we walk in. We just pay the piper. Let's move forward. Luxor's all self check-in now. There's no human beings down there. Yeah, you walk up and put your passport on a screen.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's true. And
shit.
then you could have just been like, oh, that's the ex-wife and we got shared custody and she's staying, at Excalibur or whatever. We're just,
Totally.
yeah.
Well, and it was fresh in my mind from like the smaller hotels that we had couple that we had stayed out on the way down. I mean, they for the most part with their cameras outside and stuff, they kind of know who's in the area and they get familiar with you, right? Uh, but I had that in my head when we were coming here, and I'm like, how do you keep track of like 25,000 people in a hotel? You don't. So the next time I'm coming back here, 2 in a room. That's all they're
I'd say
seeing.
the only thing it'd be, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of AI doing facial recognition and like following people around to sort of like, I don't know if it's like that's in an algorithm, like, hey, these 5 are continuously together or
Yeah.
whatever, 4 or 3 or more or whatever it is. And they're always in the elevator and they're going to this floor. And, so who knows? But at the same time, it's like if you're not stirring up shit, I'm sure there's way more like larger fish to fry than, oh my god, they have their kids staying in the room with them. Like, whoop de
Yeah.
doo. It's not like you're all going to the buffet and trying to share,
Yeah.
or you could be.
Totally
I don't
right.
know.
Well, yeah, we're getting to that point, buddy. Well, and then going back to like the whole valet parking and them trying to sell me on the fact that it's safer up front here than it is over at the Excalibur parking lot. So, quick little side story. I've got my like garage little mini bar fridge in the back cab of my truck because 6 years ago when we got Buck, our friends recommended that we should put him on a raw food diet, dog raw food. So we buy these frozen pucks for him, right? And it hits us as one of the things that we didn't think of. Like, how are we going to drive across the United States with frozen dog food, right?
Oh my
Like,
god, do you have the EcoFlow power in the fridge?
I do. And this is part of the story. So, when we're parked for a couple days, I've got no way of feeding that thing juice. So it's only going to run as long as it's got a capacity for, and then it's dead, right?
Yeah.
So here I am in the desert, going out to my truck to pull the EcoFlow into the hotel room and charge it up. Well, I'm not even going through the valet because the wife's got the F-150 with the keypad on the side, and I got both spare keys for both vehicles in the glove box. So I just walked to the red truck, put the code in, unlock my truck, put the EcoFlow or pull it in with me, and go back and do it all over again. And buddy, packing that thing through the LUXOR casino, I look like I'm packing a bomb. Like, you know what I mean? It's about 40 pounds too, so I'm kind of like lugging along with it. Nobody asks any questions.
Crazy.
And
Well,
how
I'm
would I
sure
even begin to start explaining what I'm doing?
yeah, I'm sure there's like a way, like they're heat mapping it or something. They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's just got some batteries with him or a big battery." But
Yeah,
where is the dog?
he's here on the floor.
No shit.
Yeah,
Pet friendly at the Luxor.
pet friendly. Oh, dude, it's like walking through the casino with him is like walking through with Brad Pitt. He's a fucking celeb. Oh my
Damn.
god, puppy!
Awesome.
Yeah, dude,
All
like
right.
we're truly the Beverly Hillbillies. And yeah, trying to keep dog food cold, like it's been a time.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Well, cool, man.
yeah. We should maybe you and I got to catch up on a handful of things, and everybody's gonna want to go eat pretty quick, so we should maybe wrap this one up.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man.
Okay. Sorry for the hiatus, ladies and gents. We're trying our best here with what we got.
Hey, at least we got something.
Yeah, it's true. So, okay, guys, stand by, I guess, and we'll keep you posted when I guess next time we do this. Hopefully, we'll be in Tennessee and we can give you the second half of the road trip updates.
There we go. All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, guys.